members, ladies and gentlemen, please make way.
We also have a past president, actually the third female past president of third female president of LCCI, Mrs. Toki Aroke. We have quite a number of our honorary vice presidents they are expected. At this time, we have Dr. Invaluable. Thank you very much, sir, for doing this. We also want to recognize council members who are here. We have our deputy presidents, Mr. Kolotumwen, one of our deputy presidents, who is proudly Norwegian, Nigerian, or Nigerian, Norwegian, depending on which one you want to take. We also have our deputy president, Engineer Kupuli, who is here with us. Honorable Commissioner of Lagos State, we welcome you in the holding room. Thank you very much for joining us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of Matiko, we are very, very highly honored by the number of the diplomats that are here and the leaders of business in Nigeria who are here. Especially those who have traveled from around the world. We know a couple of you who have come from across different countries in Africa and outside Africa to be at this conference. The conference is valuable. In addition to the that was right as we gather here over the next 2 days, we have a unique opportunity to explore new avenues for investments, foster innovative partnerships, and take us towards a more prosperous future for Nigeria and the rest of the world. Our nation is home to the largest economy in Africa. A growing middle class, a youthful population that is destined to contribute to the global economy for many decades to come. And many of us know that 75% of the Nigerian population is less than 35. However, we recognize that to harness its potential fully, we need to create an enabling environment that supports business growth, encourages innovation, and build the confidence of local and international investors. Federal and state governments have demonstrated and continue to demonstrate a strong commitment to making Nigeria a preferred destination for global investors through various policy reforms. We are actively engaging with governments, federal governments and state governments in implementing policies that promote ease of doing business, improve infrastructure, and enhance security. We also see governments embarking on more bold reforms in key sectors, including agriculture, energy, foreign investing markets, and technology, to foster the diversification of our economy and reducing our reliance on oil. For these 2 days, we will delve into these issues through a series of key news speeches, panel discussions, workshops, and exhibitions. We have assembled a diverse group of experts who will share their insights on Nigeria's current state of investment opportunities. These discussions are meant to inspire and encourage you to ask questions and share concerns about any business and enabling environment issues that you have, because we are also business people like you are foreign investors. We are 100% open to your questions and your concerns, and I'm sure that will give you a very factual response on these issues. We remain committed to strengthening our partnerships with the international business community. Working with investors, we share our vision of a prosperous and inclusive economy. I'm confident that the connections made here at Invest Nigeria will lead to fruitful collaborations and significant investments that benefit all parties involved. Nigeria is strategically positioned by the size of the economy, the population, and central location as a gateway to the African markets. The African Continental Free Trade Agreement presents a unique opportunity to strengthen our trade ties with our neighbors and position Africa as a critical player in the global economy. In our bid to promote international trade and commerce, we regularly organize outbound trade missions and work with inbound trade missions from a couple of the countries over here for the purpose of connecting businesses between Nigeria and the rest of the world. I urge you to take full advantage of the opportunities of networking and knowledge sharing presented in the districts. I invite you to explore trade opportunities at this year's annual International Trade Fair, holding from November 1st to 10th, 2024 at the Tafawa Balewa Square. And usually we hold this event in Nigeria long before that event. So some of us who are not yet prepared for that event can ask sufficient information to motivate them to attend the fair. In closing, I sincerely thank all our sponsors, our great state partners, and the diplomatic community in particular, who have consistently supported Invest Nigeria since the program started. And we see the diplomatic community getting larger and larger every year. And this is the essential purpose of Invest Nigeria. And I want to thank all of you who are here today. Once again, welcome to Lagos and Invest Nigeria 2024. I wish you all a successful conference and Expo experience. Thank you.
Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, that was a beautiful welcome address, and he emphasized once again the need for positioning Africa as a critical player in the global economy. Now, very quickly, to join me on this journey will be my co-host for today and someone that I am handing over to very shortly. This is someone whose face you are probably used to on your television screens. He is the gentleman of the press, as he likes to call himself, a seasoned journalist. Ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, put your hands together as I welcome Kayode Okihiolu.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Blessings. I think this just speaks to why collaboration is important. Blessings has done an amazing job, and please can we celebrate Blessings? Amazing, brilliant, eloquent. You know, Nigeria is a good gateway to the African market, definitely. And I just want to congratulate you for coming here today. This is where a lot of business deals will happen. I'm privileged to witness a lot of it, and I can tell you that prosperity will be kind to all of us. Once again, my name is Kayode Okihiolu, or you can call me gentleman of the press. And don't be fooled by my outfit. It's as a result of the rain and the cold in the AC, okay? This outfit is just part of the props. But once again, welcome to this August event, and welcome once again. So let's put our hands together to Christian for his remarks.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for inviting the IMF to present a few remarks about Nigeria. It's a pleasure to be at LCCI today, and we have had very good relationship and collaboration with this institution over the years. We also felt that it's very important to discuss Nigeria at this particular juncture, right? For many of us, we think that the economy is turning the corner. For few of you, or maybe elsewhere, the pressure that the population faces now is maybe too much, right? What I will be discussing today is exactly how the business sector can be empowered, how the reforms can be done in a manner that is going to front-load the gains and minimize the pain. So this is a little bit what I have today. The backdrop of my presentation is very simple. Nigeria faces tremendous policy trade-offs. What do I mean by that? When you look at all the indicators in this chart, you can see that Nigeria ranks 5th in the list of emerging market countries where many of the indicators last year were well below the 10 years average, okay? Than the 10 years average. If you take real GDP, it is our preferred measure of economic activity. Real GDP was below Nigeria 10 years average. So for many of these indicators, you can see that Nigeria was a good company with other emerging markets that actually struggle. You can see Argentina, Asia, Pakistan, South Africa. So this is the starting point. When we look at Nigeria, we have to look at the history, at least over the past 10 years. Most of these red indicators are the result of inherited policies that exacerbated imbalances, right? So last year was a moment of clarity for policymakers, and they rightly took significant reforms in order to change the course, change the path for the economy. So this is the starting point.
All right, we've just had showing us the honorable marine and blue economy, Alhaji Adegoyega Oyetola. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the honorable minister as he takes the seat.
Enforcement, development, infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So it's not something that was done out of reflection or deep thinking. It's just the testimony of the fact that Nigeria was in GDP economy trouble last year. Sorry. So now where are we? The business sector that you represent revealed sentiment, and the Central Bank of Nigeria has kindly published very interesting data about the business expectation for the next month, for the next 6 months, etc. So this is actually your responses to the questionnaire that the Central Bank and the National Bureau of Statistics actually sent. So what are the top 5 business constraints in Nigeria according to the latest survey? You can see that insecurity is one of the top, it's actually the number 1, right? Second, you have high interest rate. But again, the issue is that the central bank has to tighten financial conditions, how to make the naira more stable by tightening monetary policy. But at the same time, this is hurting businesses, especially the small and medium enterprises. These are the type of trade-off that the central bank has to deal with when it faces high inflation at the same time when growth is low. And you have insufficient power, high and multiple taxes, and corruption. What reassures us at the IMF is that these top constraints that business have identified lately are things that are under the control of the Nigerian authorities. Right? So this is not something that is completely exogenous to the economy. These are things that can be addressed. Insecurity can be addressed. High multiple taxation, which is something that business always complain about, is actually being addressed right now. There is a presidential committee on fiscal policy and tax reform, which is actually trying to revamp the major tax code, simplifying the tax code, broadening the tax base in Nigeria. So again, those are the constraints that are being identified, but we are encouraged by the fact that these policies can actually be reversed. Now, let's look at the topic that is very high on everyone's mind, right, which is the exchange rate. The naira has been under pressure for almost a year now, since the reform of the summer of 2023. Interestingly, you in the private sectors, you look at the Naira depreciation from two different angles, right? If you are an exporter, so you are in the blue of this chart, you are actually seeing the Naira depreciation as something that can actually boost your export because your goods are more competitive now. So exporters in this data survey by the central bank are actually seeing activity or the outlook now and in the next 6 months as positive and they're more optimistic. On the contrary, when you're an importer, you face higher input costs because your imports are denominated in dollars and the Naira, which is weak, will make your import costs higher, right? So for importers in this chart, you can see that they are looking at the economy today as pretty negative. You can see the red bar down, but they remain optimistic about the future, about the near term, about the medium term, which is also very reassuring that despite the current challenges, the private sector remains slightly optimistic about the period ahead. Then you have what I call the neither, so you're neither an exporter or an importer, so you're basically supplying the economy locally, you're not involved in because of the trade. For this group, let's think about SMEs that are not engaging in trade. They're actually saying that the economic conditions are pretty worse, right? But again, they see a positive development going forward. They're also optimistic. So, where is the IMF seeing Nigeria this year and next year, right? So on growth, which is something that you in the private sector you should be looking at, we expect growth to be slightly higher compared to 2022, right? Our forecast that we published in July shows that growth is expected to increase from 2.9% and go to 3.1%. So this slight increase in growth is already being seen. You know, we saw the data yesterday actually, where Q2 GDP growth surprised on the upside. But still, inflation is still a problem, right? Inflation is still pretty high, in the 30% range. But again, our forecast assumes that inflation will down. With what other large emerging markets in the world have here, where do we see Nigeria? You can clearly see from this chart that when the dots go to the center, it means that Nigeria has done pretty well with respect to these reform areas, right? Enough progress in reducing the gap between Nigeria and but on other reforms, like the credit market has done a lot of reform, liberalizing the financial sector, recent reform to liberalize the external sector, many reforms, for example, liberalizing further regulation is way more action still needs to be taken. If Nigeria were to close the structural gaps, if Nigeria were to do the type of reforms that India and other countries have done, right? So we did some large markets and we simulated what would be the react to this type of relation of reducing the structural gaps by 25% and what would be the growth in comparison to the type of growth dividends that other emerging markets have. What you can see that bringing governance to the level of other emerging markets by reducing the gap by 25%, bringing business regulation, reducing the gap to the emerging market by 25%. Doing these two reforms can already lead your output by 6.4% in the next 2 years. If you divide this by 3, you'll have an additional 2% growth at 5% by simply reducing the governance bottlenecks and business regulation. If you were to close the gap vis-à-vis, let's say, India or vis-à-vis Malaysia on these sort of indicators that I mentioned by 50%, then we even enjoy much stronger growth, which is in the area of 12 percentage point, 5 or 8% every year above the population growth. This is good for businesses, and this is particularly good in a period of economic inflation crisis. We need to to grow, we need the case for structural reforms. And what we have shown is that when you so Nigeria can definitely turn the corner, and it's very good to see that the administration has taken control against very today. Thank you very much.
Reform, given an outlook of Nigeria's economy, the growth outlook, fantastic. Also seeing what
it was the fact that we talked about these business structures and that they can be addressed. And in fact, it's a good news for Nigeria. Please a round of applause once again. Big way about we the Minister of Marine and Aquatic being good to help.
I'm pleased to be here as a guest of honor of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the 2024 International Business Conference and Expo. This is a good platform to bring together government officials, business leaders, investors, locators, and diplomats to explore transatlantic trade opportunities and foster international collaboration. Nigeria's strategic location and abundant resources present vast investment opportunities, particularly in the marine and the economy sector. Despite the existing challenges, the government is committed to creating an enabling environment that fosters economic growth and attracts significant investment. Today, I will highlight some of the government incentives designed to drive investment in the marine and the economy sector. The Nigerian Export Processing Zones Authority oversees free trade zones and export processing zones, offering attractive benefits such as exemptions from customs duties, VAT, and corporate taxes. These zones are specifically designed to attract foreign investment, promote export-oriented businesses, and catalyze industrial development. Nigeria's commitment to the African Continental Trade Area (AFTA) has created new export opportunities for the marine sector. Under the Guided Trade Initiative, Nigeria has already commenced shipments paving the way for increased trade flows across Africa. The Federal Ministry of Marine and Economy, through the Nigerian Port Authority, has also licensed several export processing terminals, which will attract export procedures and enhance the efficiency of trade processes under the African Continental Free Trade (AFTA). Infrastructure support. Public-private partnerships are vital in Nigeria's infrastructure development strategy, providing opportunities for investors to participate in projects such as roads, ports, and power generation. Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission regulates these PPPs, ensuring that investors have clear and transparent frameworks within which to operate. The Capital Vessel Financing Fund, established under the Coastal and Inland Shipping Capital Act of 2003, is aimed at supporting the acquisition of indigenous ships and developing Nigerian maritime infrastructure. The government is committed to implementing the CPFF to strengthen the capacity of local players in the sector. We are in the process of fine-tuning modalities of how to go about this so as to ensure that those who accept the funds will deploy them for the purposes they were meant to serve. Our commitment to the marine and the economy is demonstrated through our positive rehabilitation, and modernization projects. We are about concluding the procurement process for rehabilitation of Apapa and Tinkham Island ports. In addition to this, we are developing more duty ports such as the Lekki, Badagry, Odo, Burutu, and Snake Island seaport. These initiatives are designed to improve Nigeria's competitive edge as a maritime hub in the region. To further enhance port efficiency, we are introducing a single window system and the port community system, which facilitates seamless business transactions and trade documentation, reducing delays and fostering transparency. Recognizing the need for improved connectivity, we are also advancing multimodal connectivity by improving road, rail, and inland waterway links to and from the port. These improvements aim to reduce transportation costs, enhance logistics, and boost trade. Enhance port security through the DP project. Nigeria is improving maritime security, addressing privacy, and tackling other maritime crimes. Our adherence to international safety standards ensures that Nigerian ports meet global expectations, enhancing confidence in our maritime sector and boosting trade partnerships. Incentive for marine and economic investment. To boost investment, the Nigerian government has introduced a wide range of incentives, including tax reliefs, trade zone benefits, infrastructure development, and financial support, with a focus on unlocking the vast potential of the marine and economic sector. We have implemented targeted initiatives to drive growth and development in this critical area. In this regard, I encourage the business community to take advantage of the incentives such as the pioneer status incentive, which grants tax holidays up to 5 years for businesses in strategic sectors. Others include a range of tax incentives, such as exemption of interest on loan, deduction for research and development, reconstruction investment allowance, and rural investment allowance. There are also trade and investment promotion incentives into which investors in the marine economy can tap. They include free transferability of capital returns, protection against nationalization, and recourse to international arbitration. I could recall that just a few days ago, the Ship Owners Association and the workers in the shipping industry signed an agreement for the minimum condition of service for workers. The incentive to this is the fact that there will be industrial harmony, and that's an incentive to increase productivity among workers. The opportunity for investment in Nigeria's marine and the economy are immense. The federal government is actively encouraging investment in capital-intensive ventures such as the expansion of the domestic shipping fleet and private sector-led maritime development zones for the co-location of ancillary services such as wreck removal, wreck recycling, shipbuilding, ship repairs, etc. The government is also encouraging investment in emerging blue economy industries such as seabed mining, biotechnology, and offshore renewable energy. Marine fisheries and aquaculture is a major area of focus for the ministry. This is due to the industry's unique ability to contribute to multiple objects of government, including food security, import substitution, forest conservation, and job creation. In this regard, the Nigerian government is currently working to improve fish value chains, increase market access, and promote investment in fishing businesses such as fish trawling, bottom trawling, fish processing, transport of fish product, cold chain, and wholesale and retail marketing of of fish. The federal government pioneer status tax, trade, and investment, and tariff incentives, coupled with initiatives to expand port infrastructure and improve trade efficiencies. Our ministry strong focus on the ease of doing business provide a strong platform for investors to succeed in the marine economy. The success of these government initiatives is corroborated by the performance rating of both the ministries and agencies, NPA and MASA, and the recently concluded 120 days regulatory reform accelerator conducted by the Presidential Academic Business Environment Council. To achieve the above feat, we, in collaboration with Lagos State Government, cleared the 8-long Apapa Tinkan maritime traffic for landside operations and provided tugboats, mooring boats, pilot cutters, rollers, fenders across all port locations for excessive seafood operations. We must find crane productivity and ensure a reduced transit time for vessels and trucks, leading to a reduction in both the vessel and truck turnaround time. The vessel turnaround time went down from an average of 7 days to an average of 5 days, while truck turnaround time went from an average of 10 days to a few hours. But we are not resting on our laurels, as our ultimate goal is to make Nigeria the hub of maritime in West Africa. Let me conclude by echoing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's declaration that, and I quote, Nigeria is now more than ever open for business. I encourage our investors to see these opportunities, contribute to Nigerian economic development, and be part of Africa's promising future. Thank you for this progress.
Reasons to be nice to Nigeria. And it gets even more spectacular if one realizes that Belgium totals over 40% of all European Union exports to this country. I represent one of the very few European countries with a trade surplus like yours, and it is to the tune of a whopping 4 to 6 billion euro annually. Let me, however, explain and demystify this enormous surplus. No, it is not, as some of you might have assumed, about premium second-hand cars, popularly called Belgium in this region, which would hypothetically be exported on a massive and exceptionally lucrative scale from Europe to West Africa. No. Over 90% of our exports to Nigeria are and remain taken up by refined oil. But that is bound to change, and it should also change. First of all, it is bound to change with the development of local refining capacity here in Lekki and elsewhere. And as I told Aikoran a month ago on a quiet evening here in Lagos, after a busy day for him, full of adult interviews about steel, oil, and monopolies, what I told him is the best proxy indicator for local refining of local crude oil picking up will be a drastic drop in Belgian imports to Nigeria. And he didn't come to me. Second, it should also change, because building a bilateral trade relationship in the 21st century on oil and gas alone is building it on quicksand. Diversification is an absolute must, and we all know which ones are some sound avenues for that. Agriculture, solid minerals, for instance. There are two sectors with something in common, by the way. Increasing supply chain focused regulation in developed economies like Belgium, and by extension, the European Union and elsewhere. Standardization to comply with. Standards to protect human health or shielding the consumers from the proceeds of exploitation or environmental harm, but sometimes through required certification processes, complicating export channels for developing economies. And this is why Belgian universities work hand in hand with their Nigerian counterparts in order to bring down levels of aflatoxins in prime agricultural export produce, and in partnership with organizations such as the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, headquartered in Ibadan, which I had the pleasure to visit 2 days ago. And this is also why, as a Belgian ambassador, I have shown a keen interest in the work of the reconstituted multi-stakeholder board of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. In the extension of our decades-long engagement with the Kimberley process on the prevention of blood diamonds trading, our country stands ready to partner internationally to ensure traceability of and transparency financially otherwise in solid minerals and fossil fuel sectors. Enhancing collaboration with Nigeria's cocoa sector in the wake of the recent World Cocoa Conference in Brussels, and with Belgium as a major chocolate producing and consuming country, also makes ample sense. Consumers and producers thus meet in a level playing field where similar rules apply to all, and where trade and development do not go at the expense of human rights or a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment. But that does not halt at just trade or official development assistance, because from the Belgian point of view, things are crystal clear in this regard. Nigeria is not so much a partner country for development cooperation as so many other ones in the sub-region. No, it is a middle-income country open for and eager to do business. And over the last few months, the number of interested in B2G and B2B investments relations have blossomed between Belgium and Nigeria, which are all resolutely future-proof and future-oriented. It is not the only story developing in the health sector, but a month after the EU and Nigeria signed a deal worth 80 million euro to boost vaccines production in Nigeria, the Belgian company Universal signed a memorandum of understanding with Minister of Health, His Excellency Mohamed Al-Bati. Their ultimate goal is to save more lives and provide affordable healthcare for all Nigerians. An ensuing action plan will now focus on the production in Nigeria of mRNA-type vaccines against Lassa fever and on training local capacity. Example number 2, Brussels-based company Ames Technologies was identified by IBREC, the Nigerian agency in charge of mitigation for the oil pollution in the Niger Delta, as the ideal partner to be part of the cleanup there. IBREC and the Nigerian Ministry of the Environment got convinced that the Belgian SME can enable them to, quote, deploy the best innovative technology that can be found globally, unquote. On a more business-to-business level, we welcome the Lagos they generate a very self-organized, compact trade mission of Belgian companies specializing in waste solutions, renewable energy generation, water treatment, food storage, and processing. And in the coming months, a Belgian vendor will accompany the rollout of a new mobile telephone network in Nigeria. Earlier this year, Nigerian delegation group South Africa gained control of the Belgian Sea Group, thereby also becoming the owner of a horticultural company based in Ghent, Belgium. 21st century globalization also means this indeed happens. Nigerian investments in the Belgian economy and not just the other way around. Meanwhile, after the COVID lull, the activity of various relevant chambers of commerce has notably picked up again between our countries. And less than a month from now, a Brussels-based chamber from 18 to 20 September organizes a Nigeria-Belgium-Luxembourg business forum in our Belgian capital, Brussels, in collaboration with the Abuja Chamber of Commerce. It will be an excellent occasion to bring together all of the existing and prospective trade and investment threads. But before that, I wish you all a fruitful Lagos conference. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Alhaji Ayotollah, President of LCCI, Mr. Aldahosa, Excellencies, fellow ambassadors and high commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, allow me to stand on existing protocols. I'm very happy to be here at this very important event, and allow me to start right away with some good news. Trade between Germany and Nigeria has seen a significant increase in the last 2 years. The volume has reached 3 billion euro from 2 billion euro the previous year. But this is awful low. This is not a lot, even though the increase has been 50%. But this illustrates how well the economic ties between Germany and Nigeria have developed and are developing. So the trajectory, I think, goes into the right direction, but there is scope for improvement. Nigeria's role as Germany's second largest trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa highlights its importance as a political, economic, and cultural ally. Considering that Nigeria and Germany are the two largest economies in Africa and Europe respectively, there is, however, as I said before, a lot of potential to further strengthen our economic relations and ties. It is therefore a great pleasure for me to be here in Lagos, in this lively economic and cultural hub of Nigeria. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said in this very city of Lagos about a year ago that Germany is eager to increase the excellent cooperation in key strategic areas and to make our bilateral relationship a success for both sides, for the benefit of Nigeria's and Germany's future generations. As I hinted, this is not an ordinary relationship we are talking about. Germany is the most populous country and the biggest economy in the European Union, and Nigeria is the most populous country and biggest economy in Africa. And as is predicted, it can be the fourth most populous country in the world by 2050. How we govern, how we manage our respective countries does not only matter for our own citizens, but for the regions our countries are located in, and even for the whole world. The trade relationship between Germany and Nigeria is multifaceted, with both countries benefiting from diverse exports and imports. Germany's economic presence in Nigeria extends well beyond trade, with some 90 German companies operating in the country in various sectors such as agriculture, energy, infrastructure. Collectively, these companies have created 70,000 jobs for mostly young Nigerians. The indirect contribution to the employment generated based on the activities of these companies is probably around tenfold. I'm sure many of you have had the experience of or know what it means, German quality, advantages of German engineering, German manufacturing, and German vocational training. The German Association of Machinery and Equipment Manufacturing has set up a vocational training and education center in words of these youth and of the population. A project that we call Skills Quality Jobs, Improved Physical and Digital Internet also take place in Nigeria. It depends on one another. We are the main actors of this you is the private sector, stakeholders and actors in the economic practice amongst German and Nigerian business stakeholders. It is all the projects that are named here in my speech, but there's quite a bit. And this is many years ago, starting back in 2008. But this has been expanded recently with the hydrogen office in Abuja. This aims to bolster the decarbonization diplomacy program, energy transition efforts regarding the use of diversification of the economy. For many renewable energy efficiency as well as producers, German companies are interested in contributing to Nigeria's, and this underlines their envoy, Mrs. Jennifer Morton, in May this year to the Nigerian government in continuing the policies that were mentioned by the IMF representative earlier that are needed to strengthen the economy and to bring it forward. We are here to support this engagement. Let me, at the end, invite you to the 11th German-Nigerian Business Forum to take place here in Lagos on 7 October, and also to the WACE, which is the West African Clean Energy and Environment Trade Fair, which is organized by the German Delegation of Industry, which will also take place here in Lagos on 8 and 9 October. Most importantly also, let me invite you to the 5th German-African Business Summit to take place in Nairobi, Kenya from 2 to 4 December. I hope to...
Today's event, the governor of the economic capital of Nigeria, the center of excellence, His Excellency, Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Governor as he steps on stage this afternoon. We'll now take the national anthem. May we... Amen to that Nigeria may be blessed. Let's have our representatives of governments. And just to briefly remark on a lighter note, Ambassador Konda, Nigeria is not only an ally to Germany when it comes to politics, culture, governance. We're also allies in the area of sports. Yes, jobs may have been created by German companies, but Nigeria has also created jobs, and we just unveiled another German coach who will be coaching the Super Eagles. So, absolutely, we'll be collaborating 1970 and more. Love their Super Eagles. So, we just pray that the body will do great for the Super Eagles. We're we're going to move on now.
Formative power of collaboration between our peoples. Israel and Nigeria may seem different in many ways, but yet we are united by common values. Resilience, innovation, a relentless pursuit of progress, the refusal to accept defeat, and a lot of chutzpah. Israel has faced extraordinary challenges over the decades: harsh climates, limited natural resources, and geopolitical tensions. Yet despite these adversaries, or maybe because of them, we have emerged as a global leader in technology, innovation, and development. In this experience, this journey of turning challenges into opportunities that we hope to share with Nigeria. Israeli technology and agriculture, ICT, digital innovation and water management can be instrumental in addressing some of Nigeria's pressing challenges. But more than that, these challenges can lay the groundwork for a new era of trade, business, and mutual growth between our nations. This is a vision of shared value, one where Israel and Nigeria work together on a path of sustainable development, prosperity, and progress. Let's begin with agriculture. Agriculture is more than just an industry. It is a lifeline for millions of Nigerians, providing food, employment, and economic stability. Yet, like many countries, Nigeria faces significant challenges in this sector, from unpredictable weather patterns and inefficient farming practices to post-harvest losses and limited access to modern agricultural technology. Israel too has faced its share of agricultural challenges. We are a nation that is largely desert, with limited water resources and the need to feed a growing population. Yet through innovation, determination, and a spirit of collaboration, we have turned these challenges into opportunities. Today, Israel is recognized as a global leader in agricultural technology, with advancements that revolutionize farming practices around the world. One of the key innovations that has emerged from Israel is drip irrigation, a technology that has transformed the way we think about water use in agriculture. In a country like Nigeria, where water scarcity and inefficient water use are significant concerns, the widespread adoption of drip irrigation can be nothing short of revolutionary. By implementing this technology, Nigerian farms can significantly increase crop yields, conserve water, and enhance food security across the nation. But drip irrigation is just the beginning. Israel has also made significant strides in greenhouse technology, precision agriculture, and crop protection. These advancements allow farmers to grow high-value crops year-round, monitor soil health in real time, and protect their crops from pests and diseases. By adopting these technologies, Nigeria can not only improve its agricultural productivity, but also position itself as a major exporter of agricultural products, contributing to global food security. By fostering partnerships between Israeli and Nigerian agri-tech companies, we can stimulate local innovation, create jobs, and boost Nigeria agricultural experts. This is not just about technology transfer, this is about building a sustainable future where Nigerian agriculture thrives on its own terms. Now let's look at information and communication technology and digital innovation. Area where Israel has become a global leader. Often referred to as the startup nation, Israel has developed a tech ecosystem that is recognized worldwide for its innovation and impact. We have pioneered advancements in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, fintech, and digital health. Technologies that are not just changing industry, but changing lives. Lagos, as Nigeria's economic powerhouse, is poised to become Africa's leading tech hub. The energy, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit of the city are unparalleled, and the potential for growth is immense. By partnering with Israeli tech firms, Lagos can accelerate its journey to becoming a leading technology hub on the continent. Cybersecurity and artificial intelligence are two areas where Israeli expertise are particularly valuable. In today's digital age, protecting data and digital infrastructure is critical. Israeli companies have developed some of the most advanced cybersecurity solutions in the world, and these can be adapted to protect Nigeria's financial institutions, government agencies, and businesses. Fintech is another area ripe for collaboration. It's not but inclusive, with solutions designed to reach underserved populations. By integrating Israeli fintech solutions, Nigeria can significantly advance its financial inclusion goals, bringing banking and financial services to millions of unbanked citizens. This will stimulate economic activity, empower small and medium-sized enterprises, and create new opportunities for growth. But the potential doesn't stop there. Digital health technologies from Israel can transform Nigeria's healthcare system. With the population of
Excellencies, the Ambassador of Belgium, the Ambassador of Germany, the Ambassador of Israel, the Ambassador of Belgium, the High Commissioner of India, the High Commissioner of Kenya, the Ambassador of Ireland, and the High Commissioner of Bangladesh. I've taken our time to acknowledge each and every one of you, that I'm truly, really impressed that you all made our time to be here passionate and come and do it with very important location. Members of the Lagos State Executive Council that are here, especially the Secretary, Body of Permanent Secretary, the Presidents of the largest, most important Chamber of Commerce, Chamber of Commerce. We are now headed by our own Mr. Gabriel Itarosa, and other top members of the Commerce, former board members, Board of Trustees of the Commerce, of the LCCI that are here, the former ministers, the former chairmen, they are all former, very senior captains of industry that have all turned up here this morning. All our participants, distinguished guests, leaders of our various companies and facilities that have found this occasion very important to be. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I think first is to give a big round of applause for LCCI, the Lagos State of Commerce and have created their own capacity by bringing us into a small room that will now have to have people standing and extending seats, just for people to do so. Instead of now next time, you don't undermine your capacity because you are the largest chamber in the country. And so when you call a lot of us, you can see the number of ambassadors and heads of government, commissions that have turned up at your event. So I think you need to celebrate yourself once in a while and clap for yourself. Thank you very much. And so I'm truly honored to be here this morning, to celebrate the 2024 International Business Conference, which is indeed a major gathering of who is who in the business community and commerce in Nigeria, which is an attempt for us to explore the vast investment opportunity and incentive that are available in our country, and using Lagos, as a testament. I would therefore like to commend and thank the President and Chairman of Council of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Gabriel Itarosa, FCA, his team, a lot of former chairmen of LCCI, like there are former ministers, like I said, all of you are captains of industry in your individual life. You are not just senior citizens, you are also well respected and know what you have contributed individually and collectively at one point or the other in the industrial transformation of our country. I want to thank and acknowledge each and every one. Thank you very much. I also want to thank our Honorable Minister, who incidentally is gateway for everything we're talking about here. Because if it's an import, if it's an export, it's the owner of all the ports in the country, and he has really fit to join us to give the commitments to what the federal government is doing and what each ministry will be doing to enhance and improve the ease of engagement, of inflows or outflows of commodities and exchange of commercial transactions in the country. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for taking our time to be there. Let me therefore, on behalf of the good people of Lagos, welcome you, all of our various ambassadors and High Commissioner, welcome you formally to Lagos, to the commercial economic center of our country, to the state of our practice kingdom, and to the city that used to host all of you until when Abuja became our federal capital and we donated you back to Abuja. We are welcome back to Lagos again, and it's indeed an honor to see each and every one of you take out time and travel all the way from Abuja to Lagos. While we are going back, the other thing is that you just take a bit of our traffic in Lagos, take it back to Abuja with you, and be able to express all the things you've seen. But Lagos is where we are. It's not just a commercial economic center. It's Africa's economic hub. It offers a conducive business environment, a strategic location that has vast markets, has a pool of energetic, young and dynamic people. Our administration has implemented and continues to implement policies and initiatives that will attract investment, retain investment, and let investment flourish and grow in our country. We want to create an enabling environment where businesses will thrive and grow. One key area of focus for us is infrastructure development as a government. We're upgrading and pushing our expansion on public transportation, logistics network. We're pushing all our investment in telecommunications, in healthcare, in education, in digital ecosystem. Our being host to a lot of foreign direct investments that are coming into the country. I'm listening very rapidly this morning as each of the ambassadors shows their respective country individually and very glowingly. I think they deserve a round of applause. But very confused. Each country I can pitch my tents on, but I can tell you, sir, and ma'am, that you all do very, very well to further deepen and explain, the very rich cultural, economic, and commercial relationship that sits with your individual countries and our country, Nigeria. I will feel truly blessed that you will all see, the benefits that we both bring about, the partnership that is important, and where Nigeria sits. And where Nigeria is placed in the Committee of Nations, both on the economy and the commercial side of the world. And so we're indeed very, very happy and blessed. But we're a small subnational. Lagos State we're the hosts, we're the tiniest. We're like the island of everybody that's sitting out here. All of the time when you have a discussion with Peter, he's very quick to say that Lagos is similar to Ireland because it's also a small country. But that's where we are. But it is in the smallness, it is in the tiny part that you see a lot of activity, that brings not only the capacity of the city, but also home to all the big countries coming out of Africa. I know that Kenya will always want to talk about the investor, but Lagos is the home to all the tech startups in Africa. They are all back from here in Lagos. But it's all good competition. We're all part of the African nation. And so Lagos is the smallest in our country, where you can boldly say that the land that has a disadvantage, it has more boldness because it has shown off that and has created a lot of opportunity. That's why we are building, as part of our demonstration, that we just don't want to say that we're a small state or a city state, we're building the largest logistics food security hub in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa. We see and realize that we need to feed the over 20 million population that we have. And we say to ourselves that one of the ways to secure the tomorrow is to make sure that food security, which is one of the major security challenges that we have in the world, Lagos can build a logistics hub that can keep almost 90 to 120 days of supply on both dry and food stock. And so we're looking for opportunity and collaboration, as we complete that investment and ensuring that, we can keep Lagos safe, we can provide for the needs of the Lagosians, and we can use agriculture as a strong, enabler on that. In addition, we're developing very strong deep tourism potential. We also see that Lagos is the entertainment capital of Africa. This is where everything, the creativity, everything around the music, the fashion, the arts and culture, this is where everything also comes together. So as a government, we have been very intentional because we want to create an enabling environment where the 60-something-year-old man that Peter talked about can still come back to Lagos. They can still talk about how the diverse, rich heritage and culture of our city, of our state is still available. We're working at opening a center that will be home to African or Yoruba historic culture, which we call the John Center. We're also collaborating with the federal government to bring back the National Arts Theatre, which now we call the Wally Soyinka National Arts Theatre, which by the way was built by a Bulgarian company, at that time in 1976, 1977, because the carp then was the Bulgarian design. And so you can see all of the things are fitting together. And so the National Arts Theatre has a capacity for 8,000 to 10,000 capacity, and it will become a major conference center competing with the hotel, which we'll bring you back next year. We'll bring you to the National Arts Theatre in the community, where we can have so that you can come and see what the Bulgarian architecture, what we have turned it into. And also we're building a Lagos hub where Afrobeats, the center of Nollywood, the center of creativity, will continue to have. We'll continue to roll out initiatives where the young population that we have, you all mentioned in Ireland as well, that have a young, vibrant population. Lagos also have a young, dynamic, vibrant population, that is well trained and skillful. Nigerians are, almost every part of the world. Part of our first year developmental plan at Lagos is to become the human-centric capital of the world. I know India will not want to agree with me on that, because at some point in time, we had Indian doctors and Indian teachers that have come to us to have technology. We want in 25 to 30 years' time, all of the tech startup innovators, all of the creative minds in engineering, in science, in arts, to come out of Lagos, to be able to compete with India, to be able to compete with what we are doing, global partners and technology, and that's our vision. That's the kind of thing that we also, want to do. And we want to also be able to compete with the German machine, because we also know that Germany is the largest and the biggest economy in the whole of Europe, and the pride itself, if you have not touched the German machine, you have not touched the German technology, you're just starting. I was just discussing with the ambassador that vocational training and skill development is one of the things we want to partner with VDMA, which is a German known vocational institute, and we also want to ensure that all of the technology that they have been able to do and pass on that we can keep it around, in Lagos. I can continue in each and every one because all of them are excited because each and every ambassador has spoken very, very well, about their technology. I've had the opportunity to go to Israel myself, and I know that part of the things that Israel do very well is agriculture, the cobalt and the technology they have brought about using a small country to be able to define and improve, outputs on per acre yield on agriculture. And we're also exploring such opportunity. And so for us as a government, we'll continue to create and ensure that business-friendly environment in Lagos is not just a talk shop, it's something that we'll be intentional and deliberate about. We'll continue to keep our doors open to all interested investors and partners. We therefore invite you to take advantage of the opportunity that's found in our country, that's found in Lagos, and to create real partners that will build a prosperous future, not only for Lagos, but for our country. I want to once again say that we're truly excited with the intentions and the plan of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I want to thank the chairman and the current president, Mr. Dausa, for keeping faith with this on a year-on-year basis. Lagos, like the name sounds, will continue to partner with you. We'll continue to ensure that we can use our government as a guiding board, as a springboard with other parts of the country, because Lagos cannot do it alone. We want these investments to be reflected in almost all parts of our country, because the country is large and big. But we can be a sounding board. We want to open our doors to be able to use us as a test case, so that investment and businesses can come to the country and can do well. We want to be able to ensure that the country is safe, and the country is consistently, positively positioned to be able to receive foreign direct investment, and each and every of these country heads that are sitting there can go back, and bring, back from their country. I met the Indian High Commissioner the other day, and he said the only 200 companies in India. I said, no, there are more than that. When I was a banker, I'm sure I had over 150 Indian companies that I was supervising already. So I can tell you that you haven't captured all of them yet, because there is far, far more than 200 Indian companies, that we have, in this country. And it's the same thing with a whole lot of other, companies and countries that are here. The other area in the year I was in Brussels, to also receive an international award. And I know how important, Brussels and Belgium is also to the European community. And so we're excited that all of you are partners with our country, we're partners in progress. I want to continue to commend the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, holding all of the various bilateral and government partners, either through the Nigerian and each of the countries' Chamber of Commerce or LCCI standing alone. And so it's on these notes that I want to, on behalf of the government and people of Lagos, welcome all of you, all of our guests, far and near, to 2024 LCCI International Business Conference and Expo. I want to bring greetings and extend well wishes from Brussels to Berlin, to Tel Aviv, to Sofia, to New Delhi, to Dublin, to Nairobi, and to Dakar, to say that in all of these your capitals, see them at the Lagos destination. And please, when you go back, see a real partner, a real friend, a real business-friendly environment in Lagos, and once you do it in Lagos, you are by extension doing it in our country. Once again, I want to thank LCCI for energizing our business environments, for creating an environment where advocacy, where business support, where trade vision and events like this, which you do annually, will continue to feature on your calendar. I look forward to further deepening this collaboration and I wish all of us the very best today and tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. I mean, what more do you need? So anyone who's maybe still skeptical, do I invest in Lagos, do I invest in Nigeria? Well, you heard it from the governor of Lagos State himself saying, Lagos is ready for you to do business. So once again, let's celebrate Governor Babajide Olusola, Governor of Lagos State, for that stamp of approval. So there you have it. That is a consummation of sorts. That is the approval you need to get doing business right here. Well, haven't gotten that shot in the arm. I think it's
the chairman of UOT, that's Chief John. The UOT Chief John of the Attendees. I'm not the past president here, because we are doing this on your behalf. That is Chief Onafokon, Mrs. Ade, sorry. This is not looking there. I'm actually excited. You are not here, but not to be excited. So all the ambassadors here on individually are being through one after the other, and we all them again at the last hour. I wish I can mention all the ambassadors because without wasting time. We thank you very much, our Excellency, our Chiefs. You have always been supporting us. And they said that to remind you, because this day is not enough, because we are waiting for our sensitization center that are approved. We will be here when everything is completed. The minister will work on your pay. You promise that you will be here. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. And everyone here will be here tomorrow. This is a preview for our major outing in November. That is one for everyone here. I know you enjoy yourself. For everyone here who will accept the here. Thank you very much and God bless. Thank you.